Level Up Latina partners with working women and mamas alike to guide them in achieving fulfilling career and life goals through financial empowerment, professional or leadership coaching, and personal wellness. Find the unique coaching you need to succeed.
You're listening to Vero, Ceci, and Irene, and we are Level Up Latina.
Back to another episode of the Level Up Latina podcast. This is episode 204, and this is the first episode of many for our summer. We're kicking off our summer series, and if you've heard, we like to do quick and to the point 25-minute shows for the summer for our listeners, especially those of you that are new to us. It's a good way to jump into it. So as a reminder, this is season 3, and you don't know what we're going to talk about in these random episodes, but they're always really good and to the point. And so tune in for several weeks this summer for our summer series. But before we get started with today's random topic for the first of many, I want to say hello to Ceci and Vero. ¿Cómo están, co-hosts?
Buenos días. Bien aquí vivitas y coleando.
Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, wherever you're listening to this.
Bien, bien. Y les digo con anticipación que van a estar los chiquillos aquí, los plebitos presentes. Maura's cooing over there. She eats her huevito. I'm making sure she's not choking, so I'm watching her through the window. And then Archie's over there enjoying Coco. He loves watching Coco. He's like into old people. He's like me. Le caen bien los viejitos.
Oh, I love that.
But yeah, but we're good. We're excited to be here. También, excited about the summer series.
Yay, me too. So we've gone everywhere with the summer series. If you follow along, you're a fan of Level Up Latina, you know we like to talk money, we like to talk relationships, career and advancement, and self-care. So today, I'd say this is like a money topic because our topic is actually quite interesting. And if you are connected to one of the brands we talk about, please share this soundbite. Please share what we're about to say because we are not being sponsored for this show. But we wanted to talk about companies that we wish would sponsor us and why. And after so many episodes, 200 plus, and so many seasons, we think it's time to start asking for those companies to pay attention to the Level Up Latina podcast, baby. So my co-hosts don't know what I'm going to ask. They usually know a couple minutes before. Same with me. It goes both ways. We decide on topics and then we just jump right in. So I love that about us. And you're really going to get what we think in the moment. So we're going to give you the companies that we think should sponsor us and why. And I see in the show notes that were entered like literally 30 seconds ago. Vero has a company and she's got a reason. So I'm going to pick on Vero and have her share with me. Oh, she mentioned 3 companies. So 1 or 2 or maybe just your favorite of the 3. I won't put the rest on blast. But tell us, Vero, why you would want one of these companies to sponsor us. And we hope they listen.
Okay, so I'm going to put out of the 3, the one I've been using the longest. Dove, the original Dove, the bar soap, the original to this day. I use that bar of soap, the Dove. And I think that Dove has done great leaps in representation in their marketing. However, I feel that there's like this need for like vivacious Latina women that are getting it done, that are not only career women and professionals, but deep down they're just like great women, you know, that are moms, that are hard workers, that are luchadoras, that at the end of the day, they just need to feel like their skin is hugging them, you know? And that's how Dove makes me feel. It takes me to my childhood. My mom always used Dove and Dove. And that's what when I don't shower, that's what I love, wash my colita with 100% every time. So it gives me this nice, refreshed, powerful feeling of like, ay, estoy limpia, y estoy lista para tomar el día. So Dove, it would be amazing to have as a sponsor.
I can envision the smell too. As you're talking about it, I could smell it. You know, me lo imagino.
It reminds me of, funny enough, like when we went to the We All Grow conference, wasn't Dove one of the major sponsors, ladies? I feel like that's true. So I don't know why it reminds me of a company that would be favorable to us and like gets us. And they did a whole campaign there. So I almost feel like we have a special connection to Dove, probably because of that time there, no?
They did. I remember they were giving out like freebies and things like that. I want to say I had this notebook, a notebook that had pictures of, you know, all kinds of women represented.
That's
on
right.
It, remember? And I would always use it. I was looking for it right now because I know I still have it. I had a lot of our initial LUL notes on there. Ahí lo tengo por ahí. But I would always use it.
Perfect. I guess that's the point. So they did have a very nice campaign with women's of all shapes and sizes, and it was all about women empowerment. So thank you, Dove. We appreciate you having been there for our companies Latino-owned companies, Latino audiences. So we think you'd be perfect for us. I also really love Dove, not only because of the smell, but like their sensitive brand. I once, many years ago, like just was at the 99-cent store. I picked whatever. We needed soap. I never had issues with any kind of soap that we used. I probably shouldn't put this company on blast, but I will. Irish Spring, like,
Girl.
terrible for your skin.
Girl.
Terrible. I just grabbed it, right? I just grabbed it. And like, I had this terrible breakout and I was like, never again. I always pick Dove, whoop-de-woo. And now I always pick the Dove sensitive skin. I literally have it in my shower right now. Like, we pick Dove. Dove is, you're right, Beto. It's good to us. We love it. They're good to Latinos. And sorry, Irish Spring. It wasn't about the companies we don't want to work with. Maybe they want to change our minds.
No, it's so funny because like my mom was always Dove. Like ella compraba eso. Whenever my mom would be like, viejito, ask my dad, like, viejito, viejo, nos hace falta jabón para bañarnos, que no sé qué. My mom hated sending my dad to the store because she's like, he knows we use Dove. Llegaba con su pinche Zest o llegaba con Irish Spring.
También.
And it's like, it dries you out. But I think it's just like, that's more like the scent is more like for dudes. So my mom's like, ¿por qué me trajiste eso? Con eso no nos bañamos. Le dice, ay, no, pues yo les traje jabón. Ahí está. You know? And it's kind of like, oh, nomás faltaba que trajeran jabón sote con el que lavamos la ropa o lirio. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it smells strong and like you can smell it when you walk into the bathroom. But like that was a total mistake on my part. And I'm like so glad that we're like, okay, we're not using that. Back to Dove. But we would love for you to sponsor us. Come on, join the mission. This is that little commercial for Dove. There you go. Ceci, do you have one that you think like this is the company, work with LUL?
I have two, but I think one of them you might pick, so I'm gonna go with the other option that I'm thinking. Kiehl's. I've been using their moisturizing, SPF lotion every day for years now. I want to say, for sure, definitely before we started the podcast. I want to say that for sure, or around the time we started the podcast. So a good 4 years now. And I always buy it. Se me acaba mi tubito and I always buy it. It's so good. It's not heavy. It keeps my face moisturized and like dewy even. And I love that. And, for us that have like mature skin or a little bit, maturing on the maturing side, it just keeps my face so refreshed. And now I started buying a more products from them. But my go-to is that, day face moisturizing cream. I forgot what it's called, but the exact name of the other product, but it's Kiehl's. It's like comes in a little bottle and it lasts me probably 6 months or more than 6 months, and I love it. So if you're listening to this, we'd love to be sponsored. I know they're an old company, but they have great products for the skin and even like face washing. And now I bought another, like un aceitito for like las manchitas for the dark spots, and I feel like it's working. So yeah, Kiehl's is my go-to face every day, morning routine every day. No me lo pierdo.
Love that one. I'm curious to know who you would say that I would say. We should at the end say all the other companies and have the honorable mentions. But if I really had a company, and I think this is huge, so it wouldn't, I don't even know if they do sponsorships because they're so huge. Like it would have to be Amazon because I give them all my money, but like Amazon Music and like our podcast would be featured there. But if I took it down a notch and I think it's like there's a reason and there's a connection and totally sponsor us, it would be It Cosmetics. Because like Ceci, I use it every day and it is Latina owned. Jamie Kern Lima. And I love her story. I've said it before on the podcast where they didn't believe in her. They thought that she didn't look like someone who represented a makeup brand. She was more heavyset. She was so passionate about it. And beyond liking her story, I freaking love her makeup. It's good quality makeup. It's good stuff. And she holds her own. And she's a woman running the damn thing. And she's a speaker and she's a business guru. Her and her husband do the business together. I think it's really cool. But it would be It Cosmetics because I think they do a great job and I love the story. And you got to pick up her book. She has a really great book on like leadership and breaking through and being in the industry. But all the brands we said is because we use them. And it's funny, we each picked like a body thing. Actually, a soap, skincare, makeup. Funny enough, right? There's so many products that we obviously are fans of. And like I said, Amazon is freaking bringing them all to my house every day. But Vero, you should mention yours. There's another Latina-owned one right there, the Latina-owned one that I see, the second one that you listed. That's another one of my faves. Mention the few that you listed, in fact. Women-owned. There's a lot of women-owned on your list.
Yeah, so it's so trippy because the second one I listed was Honest. And I don't really use their baby products as much, but I did start using them when I was pregnant with Gali for my vitamins. I was doing all the prenatals through them. They had some really good products. And one of the ones that I used to use actually got discontinued. But with Honest, I mean, obviously it's Jessica Alba, and their new CEO is an Afro-Latina. She is an amazing woman. I think her name is Karen something. I just was reading about her. So she's been in the CEO position for the last, I believe, 2 months now. But she's like just, an amazing entrepreneur. She's been working with major big brands on, how to be successful when you go over the right demographic and you have different, you represent different people. It helps really grow your brand. But Honest is one of the ones that I really, really like. I've used their like lip stuff, their face things. I use now with the kids. I do use their body wash because Joaquincito and Archie have the most of it. They have like eczema and they get these little episodes of it. So I use their little body wash que is super clean for the babies. And it's one of the brands that I just really love and respect as well. And it's still growing. There's a lot of room for this.
She's amazing. She is freaking amazing, y'all. Like this concept that she had, the way she started, they sell so many products. I love watching her jump on and do her makeup with Honest Makeup.
I was going to say the same thing.
And she looks like it's freaking easy, flawless. She looks great. I'm like, damn, I wish I could be as like easy breezy as she is.
I wanted to correct myself on the name of the new CEO. Her name is Carla Vernon. But yeah, Afro-Latina. So yeah,
I'll add that.
Very cool. They're going to be making leaps, y'all.
I love that she picked a Latina, right? Like it's just keeping it in the family and giving us access, visibility, and having leadership look like us. So yeah, the Honest Company is right up there. Dove, I don't want to steal your thunder, but I love the third one that you listed, Vero. And I remember seeing the founder, a woman, on Oprah. That's the freaking dream. Tell us who your third one is.
Man. So my third one is Spanx.
Yes, Jesus, the best of the best.
Yes. So you guys know, we know raza, we know our gente, and we know our mamás and our tías and our primas are always like, ay, ponte una faja. I am so anti-faja. I hate the feeling of, no me gusta estar apretadita, pero no me gusta feeling all the little botoncitos, the little metal clips and like the bar, the little wire thing to like kind of shape you. So I feel that con el Spanx, como que aunque te sientes como put together and without the pain of like our fajas que se usaban, So those are kind of the ones that I really am down for just because it's also woman owned. It's, this woman had an idea and went for it and she still to this day is very, very inspiring, ¿me entiendes? So I feel put together without the wires, like kind of break me free, but still kept together.
I love that. A ver, Ceci, tell us the second one that you were going to share and why.
The second, well, before I say that, my fall leather leggings son de Spanx, and I've had them for years, y me encantan. I wore them to our photo shoot. Me encantan. Just because
and they're great quality. If you can have them for years and they feel good and they look good.
Yeah. So my other company that I was thinking is Stila. We still do, but the beso color, the bright red lipstick, we used it a lot, and I know that it's a great lip color. It stays on for the most part unless you're eating like greasy food. Then but yeah, I just felt like that's a good company to hopefully sponsor us. We use bright colors. We love the beso, like that was our go-to for years and years. I think I recently ran out of it too. Pero yeah, that's one of it. The other one that I was thinking and that I thought maybe you were thinking about too, because you Irene, were using that same color as well.
Did you gift it to us? How did we get it? Did I gift it to you? I think I may have bought a sample, honestly.
We heard
one of us had a small one, ¿no? Y nos encantó.
Maybe. Nos encantó. No me acuerdo.
Who knows how we got our hands on it? Because I do remember the first ever was like a small one. And I was like, we all got to use this. Honestly, I think I got it in an Etsy bag. I think I got a little one in an Etsy bag. Les conté. We all started using it because it's so
that's probably
freaking good. I mean, that's how I got on It Cosmetics because of that. I don't have it anymore, but you subscribe and you have it forever. Wait, not Etsy. What's it called? The bag?
Yeah.
Ipsy.
Oh,
Ipsy bags.
Yeah.
I know.
And
I'm
they always give you
saying
this really
Etsy
cool,
is where you
unique
buy
little
the
bag.
stuff. Yeah, I had it
have
forever.
I have like 25 little bags.
Me too.
I swear. Y ahora uso todo como like a viejita, and I put, okay, this one's gonna have.
Yeah, no,
my
they're
little
great.
Esto and this and that. Oh my god, one of the cutest ones I have, and I think that after I got this one, I canceled Ipsy. Was the Gudetama. It had a little Gudetama bag. It's the cutest.
They're so
and that's
cute.
That's my favorite little my favorite Ipsy bag. But
They're
yeah,
the
they had great
best, man. I
samples,
did it for
great
years and
samples.
years and years. And I literally just canceled it when I moved here because I was like, what subscriptions do I not want to take with me? And I have so many. I have a whole little box, like you said, Vito, of the little bags. And every once in a while, we use them for something, for travel. My son has his cell phone in his at school. Like, it was a Halloween one that has like a spider on it. It was like perfect for that, just really cute ones. Sophie has them for travel as well, different little themes. But anyway, I guess they could be a sponsor too. But yeah, they do a great job of giving us all these samples. And that's where I first got put onto that lipstick. For show. So many wonderful companies. I mean, we can go on and on and on about our favorites. And don't even get us started with food. Because if you listen to the random episode, you know that we need a whole genre of Mexican food to freaking sponsor us. But I do want Vero to spend a little time telling us about her final choice. Because as the mom who's been using this product for about 27 years straight, you're laughing because that's not accurate. Unless she has a problem I don't know about. But you have the moral authority. And all of us are going to agree with you because we were fans at one point of this product. But tell us why this is the one, baby. Why do you like this product so much?
Okay, so my last brand is Huggies. Yeah. And I'll tell you why. Okay. Because Huggies, I used to use the other brand and I was like, I swear by this one. And for some reason or another, I just would not turn towards Huggies. I don't know why. But then I finally did. One day I went to the store and no tenían my other brand. And I was like, you know what? I need these. And since that moment on, I think it was for Gali. So it's been a while. I was like, what was I thinking? Oh no, it was when I had Joaquin. And I was like, what was I thinking not using this brand? Like it actually holds them together more. The diapers like stay together more. There's Vienen Más. Like it was just like they were just perfect. And obviously I haven't been pregnant 27 years and using them for 27 years, but I would definitely say I've used them for the last 5 years of my life. And I do have 4 kids. And I love the exagerada because that's who we are,
I know. That's what you would have said. That's why I was like, how many years should I say? That I would have extended it by a few.
I was like, it's 50,000 years, Irene, but it's okay. I'll take 27. Because it's definitely kid years. I mean, kid years are different than dog years and everything else. But Huggies came through like como dicen los jóvenes, they came in clutch. And they really kind of helped keep my kids together. Because, I mean, one of them started walking hella early. And when kids start walking, the diapers start getting all messy. Se les sale la pipi, el poo-poo, todo. And then you have everyone that's helping you, instead of helping you with the kids, they're helping you just clean up their mess, as in like everything else, right? So I just realized that they were it was a better diaper. It was like it stayed together no matter how much pee-pee they had or anything. I felt they was very reliable. When you are a mom and you're busy and you have a ton of kids like I do that are all like in similar age and they're all in diapers and they're all doing one thing and they're all moving fast, you need something that's reliable. You need something that's not going to stress you out. You need something that's going to just, fill those needs. And that is what Huggies did for me. And I know that it's also like and it's something so simple. Even the little snippets que se detach to stick on, they're even like so much more reliable. Because I know I have a viejita mom. My mom's older. She has little shaky hands and her strength isn't that good. And it's hard for her to put diapers now. So when she's helping them with the kids and putting their diapers on, it's like, no sé, it's just easier to like take them on. It stays on better. It's just, when everyone's helping out, because you know how we are, Latinas, it does take a village, especially if you have 50 children like me. It does take a village to help you keep these little ones clean and for their own good and in a good diaper. And Huggies has definitely pulled through for me.
Woohoo! I couldn't agree more. I think it's so honest and clear. Like Veto's even talking about like the mechanics of it all. She's like, this is every day, y'all, and my mom needs it to be easy, and this is how it works. So it also even brought back a little trauma for my kids wearing like the cheapy brand diapers, and then like all those blowouts that would end up on my clothes. So thank you, Huggies, for saving that and making sure that doesn't happen. We're going to wrap with the obvious brand that we wish would sponsor us and we have the ultimate respect for because we've been working with you since day one. But that would have to be Podbean. Thank you for hosting all of our shows, all of our badges, gassing us up, being easy to use. So Podbean, thank you so much for hosting our podcast and then disseminating it to the podcast world. And then Squadcast, which has come a really long way. Without Squadcast, we wouldn't be able to do this virtually and see each other face to face. It's like the Zoom of podcasting. And even if we don't get that big sponsorship, we want people to try Squadcast and Podbean. And this is not sponsored. We really mean it because it's actually been something that has kept us going and we're so consistent, long-standing podcasting career at this point. Like there's a stat, y'all. There's a stat and I'm going to screw it all up. So somebody please Google it. But most people don't get to their 25th episode of podcast. And those that do are few and far between. I think the stat is that like 90% of people don't get to 25. We have done 204. We are in such a small minority of people that are consistently doing their podcast. The stat is something like most people don't get past the first 10 or something. And then it's very small, those that get to 25. So when I heard that stat, they cannot wait to come and tell it to me. He was like, can you believe it? You girls are like freaking going well beyond what people have even been able to do in the podcast world for a season of 25. It's like a milestone and y'all have done so much more. So of course we didn't do it without Podbean or Squadcast. Podbean has been with us since the very beginning. We messed around and tried to use other like recording, non-video. So Squadcast we settled into maybe at episode 50 or something, but Podbean's from the very beginning. So they're also like the fourth co-host here with the major shout out to them because they've held all of our shows and it's affordable and we love it and it's easy to use, very user friendly. So I had to throw that out there. But the tip of the day is any of you, please share this with some connection that you might have at Dove, Spanx, Honest, Huggies, Kiehl's, Stila. Or, of course, we said Amazon and Amazon Music, which feels like a big pipe dream, but it could be. And then the last but not least, It Cosmetics, Podbean, and Squadcast. So y'all thought we were going to say like 3 or 4. We went hard and we can go even harder. But it's the 22-minute mark, so we're going to wrap this episode. If you know a company or if you own a company that would love to align with Level Up Latina, sponsor one of our shows, sponsor a series, work with us at an event. Beto just had this face of like, I just thought of the perfect one, something. She thought of something and I'm going to let her chime in. But please reach out to us. admin@leveluplatina.com is our email. And you always can slide into the DMs at Level Up Latina is our handle. But Beto had a big old light bulb. What was it, Beto?
Right now I wanted to kind of chime in and say that we listed these major big, brands. There are small businesses that we love, that we totally love, that I know Ceci would mention. I love micheladas, I would mention Nopalera. She started, she just launched her thing and so we're going to have a different episode there where we talk about Latina-owned businesses, small businesses that we would love to be sponsored by. These are just 2 that we mentioned right now at this moment. Pero van a ver, that one's also going to be a really good list.
Yeah, no, we don't mean to throw shade in any way. Like Hija de tu Madre, Little Libros, who have been like campaigning for years, 3 years to try to get on the show. So we are going to dedicate a whole 20 minutes, maybe even more, to these amazing brands that are Latina-owned that we would love to work with. La Bonita Project. There's really, really great brands out there. So thank you again for tuning in today for this quick and sweet episode. Tip of the day is share this with someone that you might know at one of those companies or bring your company along. Maybe you have the competitor, something we mentioned. We want to try your makeup. We want to try your soap or whatever it is that you are selling and providing to the community. So again, find us on Instagram or Facebook at Level Up Latina as our handle. Send us an email with questions, admin@leveluplatina.com. Otherwise, we're all done with this episode. See you on the other side. Let's get un chingo. And thank you for being at the first summer series. Thank you so much, mujeres. Besos, besos.